Good morning, New Covenant. How is everybody this fine morning? Starting to cool down a little bit in the mornings, and I'm loving it. My name is Lee. I'm the youth pastor here at New Covenant. So good to see everybody this morning. If you are a New Covenantite, New Covenantonian, something, if you call this place home, welcome back. But if you don't and you're new, welcome. We actually already know who you are because our cameras do have facial recognition. We already know your social, your name, your address, and things. So don't worry. Just head on out to the foyer. We even know your favorite ice cream. So, Bob, if you don't care to come out and get your chocolate cone after the service. But thank you for worshiping us today, is what I said last week during the announcements. I don't know if anybody caught that or not, but at least one person did, and they told me about it, and I thought, ooh, yeah, that's not the message that we want to send. And then I got to thinking how important the word with is in a sentence when you don't use it. Such as, why don't you come to church us on Sunday? That doesn't make very good sense. Also, another one I thought about was, you ought to come to our barbecue and eat us tomorrow. That doesn't work either. So anyway, thanks for being us today. No evening services this week. Niption's going on. If you haven't heard, Niption, which sounds like Narnia or something, like some faraway fantasy land, but actually Niption's the name of a little town way out in the boonies. And that's where our camp is. We've had a lot of teens out there this year. I think like 15, 16 of our teenagers went, and several of our littles went out there. But this week, they're having their teen camp. Every evening, they have a service, including tonight. 6 o'clock is their service. So the van runs from New Covenant Church over to Niption for those that don't want to drive out there, save on gas. Maybe they don't trust their GPS. Maybe it takes them, like mine does sometimes, to like a million back roads and you end up in a ditch somewhere. But so if you want to ride the van on over to Nipton with us, be here at 5 o'clock this evening or 6 o'clock in the evening the rest of the days of the week. They have services, not just for teens, not just for littles, but it's for all of us to go out there for service in the evening time every day this week. So 5 o'clock here for service at 6. And 6 o'clock, the van leaves for Niption service at 7 o'clock every other day this week. There are no evening service here at New Covenant tonight or Wednesday. So the rest of the week, no evening services at all. All right. So there are a hamburger and hot dogs at the grill over at Niption each evening after service. We are needing, it does cost a little bit. I think you have to pay for this. So bring a little bit of cash with you if you want to eat. But we are needing some more volunteers for Monday evening to work the kitchen, the grill, and help out the women's group with the grill then. So if you're interested in that, come and see myself or Mel or any of us after the service this morning, and we'll hook you up. We are looking for more safety volunteers. That's security here at New Covenant. So if you're interested in helping out the security detail, let one of us know. Let Brian Kissinger know, or Jeff Rose. Jeff, Brian, are you here? Can you stand up? Maybe show them who you are real quick. Security? No, they're not. No, they're working security, as they should be. Absolutely. Well done, Jeff and Brian. Way to stay vigilant. Mention the kid power. Oh, I'm sorry. Right. I don't know what he said, but I agree. Absolutely. All right. Now, the coin march, the kids' coin march, which I think is called Kid Power, actually, which I did not know that until yesterday, they are wrapping it up. So they're starting their totals, which Michael said not to mention this, but I'm mentioning it anyway a little bit. So he's going to tell you the totals and tell you who won. Because we were second last year. We didn't like that very much. I know you're not supposed to feel competitive about this sort of thing, but but he's going to let you know who the winner is so far. Still tallying up. Still got some more tallying to do, but the suspense builds. We've got a back-to-school bash coming up on the 18th of August. That's at 4 o'clock. We're going to talk more about that when we get closer, but it's going to be fun. Inflatables, games, food, and free school supplies. So August 18th, 4 p.m., littles, teens, so come on out. That'll be fun. All right, time for the Kid Power Coin March. So come on, kiddos, come and get that. Come and get the change, dollar bills, checks, sign a deed over, whatever you got. Now remember, I hope you brought your spiritual marshmallows because Pastor Blevins has been on fire.
But I believe your rain is coming. Yeah, I've been hanging on to high hopes, 'cause you're the one who's making dry bones come to life. You're the light I put my trust in. Every word you say is gonna come true. You will lead me to the promised land. Everything you say is gonna happen, even though I haven't seen it yet. I will build a boat in the sand where they say it never rains. I will stand up in faith. I'll do anything it takes with you in my sails. Your love never fails and fades. I'll build a boat in the desert place, and when the flood and the water starts to rise, yeah, I'll ride the storm 'cause I got you by my side. With you in my sails, your love never fails and fades. I'll build a boat, so let it rain. You're the map, you're my compass. You help me navigate the currents under me. Take the lead, I surrender. Every word you say is gonna come true. You will lead me to the promised land. Everything you say is gonna happen, even though I haven't seen it yet. I will build a boat in the sand where they say it never rains. I will stand up in faith. I'll do anything it takes with you in my sails. Your love never fails and fades. I'll build a boat in the desert place, and when the flood and the water starts to rise, yeah, I'll ride the storm 'cause I got you by my side. With you in my sails, your love never fails and fades. I'll build a boat, so let it rain. I'll build a boat, so let it rain. I will build a boat in the sand where they say it never rains. I will stand up in faith. I'll do anything it takes with your wind in my sails. Your love never fails or fades. I'll build a boat in the desert place, and when the flood and the water starts to rise, yeah, I'll ride the storm 'cause I got you by my side. With you in my sails, your love never fails or fades. I'll build a boat, so let it rain.
Well, at least it starts in G and then it goes.
I've been wandering through the desert, ain't seen a cloud in forever over me, but I believe your rain is coming. Yeah, I've been hanging on to high hopes, 'cause you're the one who's making dry bones come to life. You're the light I put my trust in. Every word you say is gonna come true. You will lead me to the promised land. Everything you say is gonna happen, even though I haven't seen it yet. I will build a boat in the sand where they say it never rains. I will stand up in faith. I'll do anything it takes with you in my sails. Your love never fails or fades. I'll build a boat in the desert place, and when the flood and the water starts to rise, yeah, I'll ride the storm 'cause I got you by my side. With you in my sails, your love never fails or fades. I'll build a boat, so let it rain. You're the map, you're my compass. You help me navigate the currents under
All right, all right, all right. If you have some coins left, raise your hands. Kids, go to the uplifted hands on your way out. If they got their hand up, they still got money left. Yes, that offering is known in our denomination as the Kid Power Offering. I remember doing it as a child, so I mean it has to be quite old. The inception of the Kid Power Offering was so that the missions department in our denomination could support, so it could operate administratively, and it could support our missionaries through the 3CU through WGM with the help of that. So since then, they have, our missionary office actually raises all of its own operating dollars. Our denomination and our bylaws doesn't have a support for that office, and so that is what the Kid Power Offering is for. This year in our district, the goal for our district for the Kid Power Offering was $100,000. And not all the churches have reported yet. Matter of fact, quite a few haven't. And so they mentioned the total last night after the offering there and all of the things. And so they're already at $94,000 of churches that have reported. And so just taking up coins. And last year we did come in second place in the district. Church did a really good job. They took up about $8,000 in coins. Their board matched on top of that, and then they had a $10,000 donor that said he'll match dollar for dollar. So they gave $20,000. I said, good for you, and good job. Apparently, the Lord didn't speak to them that way this year. So, but they still did a good job. They brought in $10,000, and so the general missionary superintendent announced last night that the largest church giving was indeed you here at New Covenant Church, and so Lee can get some sleep now. We gave that, and so you in a year in a church year, which is July to June, in which you raised almost $50,000 to send 2 work teams to Honduras, in which you raised $23,000 or $4,000 to purchase a home for a nurse at the project in Honduras, in which she moved into this week. And so we'll get some pictures and videos of that. They shared some videos of them moving from her home to now where she is, and so we'll get that to you. Actually, the head of Brazos de Jesus and Tim and Aleda will be here with us August 11th, and so you won't want to miss that day. And so they'll be here, and we will get to celebrate with them. So in a year where you raised around $75,000 there, just taking up the coins, probably about 42 Sundays out of the year, because we took up a couple different special offerings during that, you raised $12,032.55. So really proud of you guys, and and it's larger than just bringing the money. You see the kids' faces, and you see the excitement of them running all over the sanctuary, and so we just want to thank you for doing it right, and so we're going to move into prayer at this time. Let's continue to remember the Blom family as we laid Larry to rest yesterday. A wonderful service and a great time of fellowship there and celebrating his homegoing. Remember Corey Walker last night? They got very worried. He is at Children's in Columbus, and his oxygen was dropping. Had pneumonia, and his oxygen dropped so much that they thought they were going to have to send him to ICU. So about the time you got the one call, if you're not on the one call list on the prayer chain and you would like to be, please call into our office and let us know, and we'll hook you up with that. But about the time you got the one call, we were praying all together at Niption Camp, and his oxygen began to rise. And so by the time I left Niption Camp last night, Stevie Davis, his uncle, texted me that his oxygen was back up to 95, and so he hasn't had to be put in ICU. But continue to pray for Corey and the Walker family that he continues to improve. And I know we have lots of prayer requests in a church this size, in a congregation this size. We have many health concerns, a lot of people going through battles that we don't know. I love the iceberg analogy of, we see a little bit of the iceberg outside of the water, but there's 90% of it under the water. And so that's how the lives of each and every one of us are. And so we see the surface, but we don't know what's going on behind, but we do serve a God who does. And so we're going to take some time this morning to go to prayer. We're just going to just ask that you join us in prayer. You take what concerns are on your heart. You take the loved ones that you want to meet Jesus, that you're praying that they find salvation in their life. You take them to the Lord, to the throne of grace at this time. And we're just going to join together in prayer. And so, God, as we pause for a moment this morning just to praise your name, to thank you one by one in here for the blessings you bestowed upon us. Thank you for each and every person who decided to join us this morning to come to worship your name. We just ask that you move through your Holy Spirit in our hearts and in our minds. God, that you call us closer to you, that you call us into a mission field for you. You call us into a career for you. Call us into ministry for you. Call us closer. Help us to be more of a light. Help us to be your image in our everyday life, because you are the God who sits